Good morning. It is, I have no idea. I think it's September 26th. I finally finished my musselburgh hat made out of the Ottoman Nova Scotia blank colorway. So I finished that off yesterday. I am really trying to get things done because I want to start off the next year with a clean slate because I have some ideas of what I want to do. There you go. There it is. So I tried to keep it short enough that I could just wear it as a slouch hat, but I find they always grow so much when you soak them. Not like a lot, but more than I always anticipate. Anyway, I am working on the Christmas socks, of which I have finished one sock for my dad. I have my brother-in-law, my 3 nephews, one of my nieces. I think that's it. So I have like about five pairs left in it. And I gotta be honest, at this point, I'm just sick of knitting socks. I'm really over knitting socks. I also have, where did I put this now? So I just dyed up my chickadee colorway, which is usually one of my most popular colorways. So I am changing my bare yarn supplier. So I dyed up, when I was doing the chickadee, I dyed up one on the new base. This is the BFL base. So I'm going to go skein this up and take it with me on vacation. So we're going on vacation to spend a week down at Schooner House. I mean, technically I'm retired, so it's sort of like every day's vacation, but I've almost exchanged sitting at a desk work for things that need to be done around the house or with the yarn dyeing business or with the writing. So I still feel like I get to the end of the day and I'm like, oh my God, where'd my day go? Like I didn't get any fun stuff done just for me. Like there are days I will get to 6 o'clock in the evening and realize I haven't knit a stitch. That's just so wrong. So also I have brought my wheel up because that's another thing that I have had no time for, and I really want to learn how to spin fiber into yarn. So I am going to make a dedicated effort once I get back from vacation to spend at least 4 days a week doing some time on my wheel and learning how to do what I'm supposed to do. So I think today what I might do is I'm going to spend a little time kind of getting the treadling down and try to get like a good even pace with that and get comfortable with that. But I'm also going to watch some of the Sweet Georgia instructional videos as well. And I'm going to ball up my yarn, and I'm also going to get some Christmas sock knitting done. Anybody wondering where Scout is? Scout's living her best life. Also wearing one of my super simple summer sweaters today. This was the one I made out of Illimani yarn. So it is, oh God, it's almost 2 o'clock. Where did today go? Where did it go? I have my flatbread pizza here. My order came in for the anybody know what these are for? These are to wrap my 2 toes next to my big toe on both feet for when I go walking, because as it turns out, I have arthritis in my feet. and my knees. But I don't really, like, I don't feel anything in my left knee at all. And the only time I feel anything in my right knee is if I bend at a certain angle, and even then it's not pain, it just feels a little stiff. So I'm hoping we've caught it early and I can find out. I have an appointment with my doctor in a couple weeks, and just to go through what I need to do to make sure that it doesn't, well, I mean, it may get worse, but what can I do to at least keep it from getting too worse? And but when the problem with the toes are the worst because I'm walking. Walking is my main source of exercise, and it's like mental health. I have to get outside usually every day, or I start to feel squirrely. So for me, walking is non-negotiable. But when I step on my toes, the problem is every time I take a step, it feels like the bones are exploding. Like, so that can be pretty uncomfortable. But if I can stabilize the toes, like I have been using the rock tape, which is a kinesiology tape, and wrapping them, and that's been working pretty good. But I just want to see if maybe these, which it just kind of wraps around 2 toes. I just want to see if this maybe works even better. But if not, I've got lots of rock tape because that's kind of my go-to if I have any pain anywhere. I'm going to eat my pizza before it gets cold, and then I'm going to do some knitting, and then I'm going to practice treadling on my wheel.
Walk with me. Let's leave the past behind. Walk with me. There's something else we need to find. Say you'll go, don't make me wait. There's no need to hesitate. Let's make footprints in the sand. Let's make miracles. Come hold my hand. Let's find something new, me and you. Blue is the sky, like the color of your eyes. Blue is your heart. It's been like that from the start. Say you'll stay,
good morning. No, actually, I think it's afternoon now. Um, this is our last full day of vacation. I don't know if I could call it vacation if I'm retired, but for my husband. So we have spent the week out here at Schooner House. The dog is right over there watching the blue jays eat the seeds. We have had beautiful weather every single day. This week in October always seems to be the best. We could use some rain, but I'm not really complaining because we didn't. I'm in desperate need of a hair wash today. It's pretty bad. Hello. Oh, sorry. So I am sitting out here. I am knitting on my jaunty shawl with my, hi, yeah, somebody's got their, I'm going to just pop that off right now. So I think this is the front side. So I learned how to do half fisherman's rib, which turns out was not a huge learning curve. Like I somehow had convinced myself it was. I am knitting, I don't know if it shows up very well in the sunlight, but I'm knitting with Chickadee, one of my yarns. And I had it all ready to put in the shop, and then Canada Post went on strike. So I can't ship anything anywhere right now. So I had to close the shop, which right before Christmas makes me so angry. So angry. Finally kind of got the shop up and going again, and then the tariffs hit, and then finally kind of figure out how I'm going to work around that, and which is basically I can't ship to the US right now because it's just, it would cost the customer too much to pay for the tariffs. Sorry about the noise. My neighbors suddenly decided to get their thing going. So I've had to halt sales to the US. So that was a bit of a hit to the bottom line. Most of my customers are Canadian, so it wasn't a huge hit. But now Canada Post is shut down, so I can't ship anything anywhere. So right before Christmas, which I was just on the verge of dyeing the Christmas colorways, and now I've had to put that on hold because there's no point in doing up the Christmas colorways if they're still going to be on strike right up until Christmas or longer. I don't know how long they're going to go. They might get ordered back to work. I don't know how that works. Anyway. So anyway, I'm just sitting here knitting and enjoying my week off. My husband has gone out to get some snacks. And yeah, I'm just sitting here knitting, enjoying the sunshine with the pooch. And it is so beautiful out. It is so beautiful out. I just want to sit here. I don't, you can see when I started, I was further in, but now like the shade is encroaching. So I'm now on the last 4 feet of sunshine on the back deck. So anyway, it's beautiful out. The birds are everywhere. I've had pheasants and blue jays and chickadees and starlings and everything else. Sparrows. They're just like all over the place. So I'm just sitting out here. There's not a cloud in the sky. The water is beautiful. I'm just going to sit out here and do some knitting and enjoy the peace and quiet. You can hear the dog coming because I opened the fridge. So I am trying to decide. It's only 1 o'clock. I think I'm going to have a flatbread pizza. I know anybody who's been watching for any length of time is absolutely shocked by that decision I have just made. But I want to make some gnocchi for supper. Nose is itchy. Because my husband is fighting a bit of a bug. And he doesn't think he's going to be very hungry for chef's plate. So I will have gnocchi for supper. But I'm going to have a flatbread right now. So oh my God, the lighting is awful. Let's try this. So I have, so far today, done quite a bit. I walked the dog. I went to the coffee shop for a couple hours and worked on the edits for my book. I called and got my prescription refilled. I booked another appointment I had to make. And then I spent about, and then I went for my walk. And then I spent about an hour and a half looking for cars because it's time to replace my car. It's a 2011. I've had it for 10 years. And it's getting to the point now where it doesn't make sense to keep putting in repairs on it. I've been looking around to see kind of what's available in the price range that I want to spend, or that basically I have to spend. And so I did that, and I think I've got some leads on some of the models that I want. I think I'm going to prefer to get a Japanese car because they just historically last longer. A Honda, maybe like a Honda Civic or something like that. Anyway, the other thing I want to do, I was going to organize my yarn room downstairs. I don't know if I'm going to have the time or the energy to do that today, and I have a shorter to-do list tomorrow. So I think I'm going to move that down to tomorrow, and then I am going to go on to the Sweet Georgia site, and I am going to start watching the spinning classes that I've watched so far. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to watch them all the way through first before I do anything. And then I'm going to go back and start rewatching the ones where I actually have to do something and then start going there. I think part of my problem is that I don't fully understand. Like, I'm getting to one point and it's showing you how to do something, but in my brain, I'm not fully grasping where that leads. And I think I just need to see the whole picture first so that when I then go back and watch it in sections, I'm going to have a little more context to it. So that's what I think I'm going to do today. And then I'm going to get some knitting. I have to pull out my Felix sweater, figure out what I'm going to do with that. There's a part of me that's like, I think I just want to frog it because I already have a Felix sweater. So I'm like, I wonder, maybe I'm just going to frog it and see what I have in my Ravelry library for kind of a heavy worsted Aran weight sweater. So I think that's for now. I'm going to go make my flatbread pizza. And I don't know if you saw the episode 169 where I had like right up here, my eye, it felt like a cat twitching. Well, now it's doing it over here. Should I be concerned? Anyway, I'm going to make my pizza and check in with you guys later. Oh, and also I went out earlier for a walk, and the colors in autumn in Nova Scotia are spectacular any year. But I was a little worried this year with the drought that we weren't going to get the vibrant colors. But oh my God, color me wrong, because it's stunning out there. It is stunning. I don't even know if the film I took is going to actually even do it justice, but I filmed it anyway. So hopefully it kind of conveys just like the level of color. And we're just getting started. So, I mean, the ones in my backyard are just starting to turn. So I'm very excited. I love fall. I would like to live in a world of autumn. Who said that? Anna Green Gables? Probably. Sounds like something Anne would say. So I have frogged the Felix. I didn't even bother really looking at it to see if I could figure out what my mistake was because I just felt kind of over it. So I went through my library on Ravelry and I found let's go with Naima pullover by Anka Strict. And I did her childhood sweater, which I really enjoyed. But this one takes Aran weight, which is what kind of based on same yardage and everything that they're using, will fit perfect with this. And I'm going to do the size 2. It's using 4.5 and or 4. It says 4 millimeter and 3.25, which I find interesting given that it's a Aran yarn. But then in the body of it, it says suggested needle 4 to 4.5 millimeters. Okay, and then further on down, it says 3.25 to 3.5 millimeters. So I don't know. Anyway, based on the yarn weights and all that she's got in her pattern, and it comes up as Aran, I think, in Ravelry as well, because that's what I filtered by. And it looks pretty straightforward. There is some detailing on it, which I like because I did want to kind of like break out of the usual just kind of plain raglan and do a little bit of detailing. I'm hoping I don't mess it up. Pay attention this time, Kelly. I'm not going to start it right now. I'm going to start that later on. Right now, I am going to go watch the tutorials for spinning yarn on School of Sweet Georgia. First, I think I need another cup of coffee because I'm feeling really sleepy. It's one of those kind of gray days where you just really want to nap the afternoon away. Good afternoon. We're not going to talk about the hair because it's an impromptu dye day. Take my glasses off this, and there's no glare. Honestly, no, we're not talking about the hair. Anyway, I decided since I had a little bit of time today, but I didn't have time to do like a full dye session, that I would try to get some of the Christmas minis done now that Canada Post is sort of back. They're doing rotating strikes, so the mail's moving. It's probably moving a little slower than what it would normally do, but it's still moving. So I could open the shop again. Yay! So I thought, let me get some minis done. At least get started on those because I didn't have time to do like a full dye day. So Anyway, so what I did was I did my, I always call them my double dips. So I have like kind of one end is the bright Christmas red, the other end is like a nice Christmas green, and then there's like a white space in the middle. And what that does usually is when you're knitting them, kind of depending on what you're knitting, but it sort of spaces the color out really nicely. I know I've done it before with some of my socks, and it almost gives it a self-striping effect, but it's not official self-striping because that is a whole other amount of work that I feel like I would need a studio, I think, to pull that off, and I don't have a studio, so this is as close as we're getting. Anyway, I did have some dye left to exhaust, so I took my new cashmere base, which isn't in the shop yet. I'm still doing some testing. This is really dark here. The sun keeps going in and out behind the clouds. So I did have one of my, what will be my new cashmere base once my current cashmere base is all used up. And I want to do a little test with it. So when I do knit this up, which I will do once it's dry, I'll show you what it looks like. Because I did that the same way that I did the mini sew. Good morning. I think it's still morning. We're back from the Schooner House, and yesterday I went to the Memory Lane Fibre Festival, and I bought a few goodies. I kept it under control. I had a limit I wasn't allowed to go over. I did stay within my limit. Let me show you what I got. So, first off, this wasn't the first thing I bought. This was actually the last thing I bought. But I do need some new soap. And this one is Pineapple Grove. And I love the scent of pineapples, but I haven't opened it up yet because I didn't want it to, oh, that's good. Oh, that's nice. That literally smells exactly like pineapples. So anyway, nice and mild. Oh, yeah. So I did get that. And then I went to, I think Alpaca Blend Rovings was the name of the dyer. And I got some fiber. Look at this. Is that not stunning? Oh, it's so pretty. So pretty. And then I got 3 skeins of yarn. I got 2 from Wool and Wanderlust, and I got 1 from Shades of You. So first one I got was from Shades of You. There's her little logo, and this. Oh, look at the greens. Oh, I just loved it. This caught my eye as soon as I walked up to the table. So I got 1 skein of that. And then I went over two, I should put my glasses on so I can actually, the colorway for this one is, hang on, actually it doesn't have a colorway, but it does say LA-YN. So I don't know if that's, but it's 100 yards, 437 yards, 80% superwash merino and 20% nylon. So also excuse the hair in case I didn't mention, I just got out of the shower. The other two were from Wool and Wanderlust. They're actually in Dartmouth, like, so they're somewhere near me. So is this. So yeah, so they're not too far from me. So this is, now both of these say Magical Murney on it, so I am assuming that's the name of the base because they are both on 85% superwash merino, 15% nylon, 400 meters and 100 grams. And the colorway is, this one is, wait, Lost in the Birches. So it's got some speckling on it. Isn't that pretty? Like, I just love, this sort of reminds me of the colorway I do, like, as if I were to blend birch and chickadee together. That's kind of what that reminds me of. But it's beautiful, it's soft, it's gushy. And then the second one is called Tea Towel Turkey. And look at the colors in this. Is this not amazing? Oh my God, I just love it. They said that people were snatching this up left, right, and center, and they didn't know if it would, I think, go as quickly as it did. I think it might be a new colorway for them, but oh my God. So that's Wool and Wanderlust. So that was my Fibre Festival haul. I did keep it under my budget that I set for myself. I'm very excited to knit with these. I don't know what I'm going to make. I think what I'll do, I am really tempted to make that into a Musselburgh hat. I have a Musselburgh hat on the needles, which I'll show that in the upcoming episode. But when I started making the Musselburgh hats, I made a bunch of them for gifts. But I have a small head. So I would make some for myself, but then it would just be a little too loose, or maybe I made it a little too long. So I finally found like that sweet spot for me of size and length. I've taken some of the ones that I had made for myself, and I'm going to donate those, and then I'm going to make myself some new ones. So I've already started that with one of my yarns, and then I think I might do it with this one because I think this is, oh yeah, I don't know, this I might make like a cowl out of. And then this one, I don't know what I'm going to do with this one, but I really want it to be kind of something special and something that I know that I will wear a lot. So here's the thing. I'm really hard on my socks. Like, I'm hard on my socks. I have a batch of socks I need to darn, and I still have not done it, even though I said I was going to do it, I think like 2 or 3 months ago. I watched the tutorial and then I went to try to do it, and my dyslexic brain was just messing up the instructions. So I thought, okay, I'm going to set it aside, and then I haven't gone back to it yet. But I am really hard on my socks. I slide around the house a lot. If I'm going from the living room to the kitchen, I'll just take like a run down the hall and then slide the rest of the way, because apparently I'm a 5-year-old. So I am hard on my socks, and I wear them in my boots. I wear them in my, like, I wear them to death. But so I do end up putting holes in them. So when I have like a skein of yarn that I really want to last, I want to do something other than socks. Oh, you know what I might do? I might do another jaunty shawl with that. I am really enjoying that pattern, and I am almost done. I'm going to have it done, soaked, and blocked for the next episode, which I was planning on doing either tomorrow, or actually it won't be tomorrow because I'm gonna take my mom out to the schooner house. I want her to see the leaves in the way, which are just like, just breathtaking. And then, of course, at Schooner House itself, all the trees surrounding the property are just beautiful. So I want to take her out there, and so she can get a good dose of fall. So we're going out there tomorrow morning, and probably there for a few hours, do some knitting. Sit out on the deck and do some knitting if it's not too cold. And yeah, so I think that's what we'll do. And then I think what I might do is do the episode the following day before I go to my knit group meetup. So that's it for now. And until then, happy knitting.
Oh, my love, you're such a fragile thing, I know. And with the winter comes the ice, the snow, but I'm here to hold. And oh, my love, don't worry about the cold just yet. The trees haven't started to shed. Just feel the summer sun as it warms our bed. I'm lying, and I'm lying when I say I'm not afraid, but I'm trying to shelter